Now, this is part 2 of the video where the question raised by Priya Bhatia about how could I be of more value to the society? How can I be a change maker? How can I make a difference to the world around me? And in part 1, I shared with her certain mental processes. In part 2, I wanted to share a specific model which is borrowed from Dr. Stephen Covey and the late Dr. Stephen Covey in his bestseller book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. In this book, there is one particular model that Dr. Covey talks about, and that is dividing life's issues, the challenges in life, in 2 parts. In 2 parts. One part, as you can see, which I've shaded gray here. If you can see, I've shaded this part gray. This part is about the dark areas of your life. And Dr. Stephen Covey calls it the circle of concern. These are things you are concerned about, but you can't change them. This is the traffic, the weather, the pollution, the roads which are not to your expectations, the other people's behavior which is not according to your liking, the economic opportunities. One country is going to war with another country, things like acts of God, tsunamis and other things, cyclones, volcanoes, all the sort of stuff. Your circle of concern. You're concerned about these things as an awakened citizen. You want to be able to do something about it. But you find yourself powerless over these things, okay? What Dr. Covey is saying, if you focus all your energy and your time here on this area, on things which concern you, but you can't change them, then you're going to feel negative. You're going to feel like a victim. You're going to feel that I can't do anything to change this thing. He suggests that there's a smaller circle inside all your troubles, all your issues, all your problems. There's a smaller circle, and the circle is called the circle of influence. Circle of influence, which really means here are things, small things, insignificant things. But these things are under your direct control. You don't need anyone's permission to start this. You don't need to spend extra money to start. You don't need to wait tomorrow for someone's permission to start this. These are things which are under your control. And this is what this model is suggesting. Redirect your focus from things which concern you but you can't do anything about them to the things which you can control, to your circle of influence, right? And ask yourself this question: what can I do today to make the world a better place? No matter how small, how insignificant it might be, what can I do today to make the world a better place? I want to make the entire world happy. Okay, that's a big goal. That's out here. There's millions of people who, out there, and some of them have decided they never want to be happy. But can you make one person smile today? That's the question you can ask. Can you make one person smile today? And you might say, oh, that doesn't make a difference. And I'll argue with you that it does make a difference. When the vast majority of humanity will operate from the circle of influence. A doctor is being a good doctor, is doing his level best to practice his profession. A teacher entering the classroom is being a world-class teacher, is passionate about what he or she is doing. A bus driver greeting people as they walk into his bus, right? Somebody working at a cafe or again, putting his best efforts into making the best coffee possible, for that particular day. A good coffee for a coffee lover can make or break someone's day. You all coffee lovers, you know that, right? If you're focusing on this particular question, what can I do today? What is within my control? And forget about significance, how big or small it is. That's not for you to worry about. There's something called the butterfly effect. The butterfly effect says, even when a butterfly flaps its wings, the very action of flapping its wings is having this ripple effect throughout the universe. Which means any act of kindness, no matter how small it might be, has ripple effects across the world, right? Other people see your example and it gives them, the world is changed, as Paulo Coelho says, the world is changed not by your opinion. Through social media now, everybody has an opinion, right? There's millions of opinions, there's millions of quotations. Who cares? We have more information, more inspiration out on Facebook every day than we did 5 years ago or 10 years ago. Have we become better as a planet? Have we become better as human beings? Perhaps not. And I go back to Paulo Coelho's quotation, who said, The world is made better not through your opinion, but through your example. So the question is, are you offering a good example to the world or not? Opinions are free. Opinions are easy. Examples are hard, right? So this is a model that I suggest to anyone who wants to make an impact in the world. Redirect your focus from your concerns, from your worries, from things that you can't control, to what you can control, to what you can influence, to what you can do the best within your abilities, to what you control. And then the beauty of this thing is, gradually, as you focus inwards on what you can do today, the circle is going to grow bigger. What falls within your influence is going to grow bigger. Things which earlier were outside your control. Now, just because you've decided to focus in that direction, you now have control over them as well. You now have greater power. But the problem with the mistake that too many people make is they focus all their energy, all their time, cribbing about, complaining about, whining about all these issues which are out here, while actually they should be focusing here, doing the best they can, and then watching their strength and their power and their influence grow so that they can make a much larger impact on humanity. This, I think, is a wonderful tool, and I'll close this video with a beautiful story, which is an old story, and chances are my viewers might have heard it before, but it's very relevant in this context. So the story goes that there's this woman who goes out for jogging on the beach, and she spots a little kid who is picking up starfish. There's millions of starfish which have been washed ashore, and they're dying out of the water. And this little kid is picking up one starfish at a time and putting her back into the ocean again. Picks up another starfish, goes and drops her back into the ocean again. So this woman is watching this whole, what's going on, this whole thing. And she stops to ask out of curiosity from the little kid, do you think what you're doing is going to make a difference? I mean, look at yourself and look at there's millions of starfish out there. It's not going to make a difference. Kid, go home, do something else. Why are you wasting your time? Sort of adult logic, human logic, grown-up people's logic. Kids have their own logic too. They're changemakers in the true sense. They're dreamers. They come on this planet with great energy to be able to change things and to make a difference. And she's so smart, she doesn't even reply back. Sometimes it's futile, it's pointless to argue. Sometimes you just have to respond back with your actions. And that is what this little kid does. Doesn't say a word, goes back, picks up the next starfish, puts her in the ocean. Picks up another starfish, puts her in the ocean again. And then, finally, when she's picking up the next starfish, she looks into the woman's eyes and tells her, it's going to make a difference to this one. And she picks it up and puts it back into the ocean again. And then goes back and picks up another one and says, it's going to make a difference to this one too. And she carries on what she's doing. And that's my message to you, Priya, and to everyone out there who's watching. No matter how small, how insignificant, how useless, how pointless your efforts might seem today, if you believe in your mission, and if you are focusing on what you can do today, if you reduce your energy complaining and increase your energy in folding up your sleeves and jumping in and doing something practical and of value to the world, if you are not just offering your opinion, but also your example, you're already a change maker. God bless you, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you.